something I remembered back in our media day, back in August. I asked you what personal goals you had. You told me 2,000 yards. Is it still fresh in your mind or something like that?
100%. Yes, of course. I mean, it's been on my mind for a very long time now, you know. We have a lot of goals for the team this year, and you know, also the ones that are personally for me was that 2,000 yards, and I feel like it's becoming, you know, more and more likely as the season goes on. So I guess we'll see, you know, how it all turns out.
Yeah, and you also told me to work on the off season. You worked on your speed a little bit.
Yes, sir. You know, I hope, you know, everybody that's been watching my tape or has seen me play has started to notice that I do have a little bit more of a burst this year. And, you know, all these holes that the linemen are making, it's quite a lot easier to hit them this year, that's for sure, because these guys know what they're doing, and I'm able to kind of showcase my speed this year.
Your first carry, I went and looked back, a modest, like I think it was a 7-yard gain.
Yes, sir.
Nothing spectacular. But by the end of the first quarter, you're already past 200 yards.
Yes, sir. You know, I felt like I wanted to try to set the tone early in that game because I know last year they held me to not very many yards, and I wasn't able to really get past the line of scrimmage last year. But this year I wanted to kind of prove, you know, that I could get past their linebackers and get past those guys. So, you know, that first carry, even though it was only 7 yards, you know, it felt a lot bigger than that. It felt more like, hey, you know, this game is going to be a lot different. The tone this year is going to be a lot different than last year. And, you know, in hindsight, that 7 yards meant a lot that game.
It's been a great situation for me as a new coach. It's a great situation for our team. You know, when you have a ninth grade quarterback that's going to be your starter, and he gets hurt, and now you go into a backup who's, you know, Evan's done a great job, but to have that guy that can be a workhorse and carry a load, and it's a great advantage to have a guy like that. To some degree, I've kind of feel like I watched him grow up a little bit, even though I was in Stillwater. You know, being friends with his family, and so I've kind of seen him on Facebook and, you know, social media and things, you know, posts from his parents and uncles and stuff like that. So I kind of knew a little bit about the type of worker that he was, but being here and being around him, it's even more than what I imagined. I mean, the type of worker that he is, the type of leader that he is, the type of competitor that he is. He's kind of that stereotypical guy that we're all after. We all want this guy on our team, the guy that's your best player, but he's also your hardest worker. He's also your vocal leader. He's also the guy that will stick around and make sure the locker room gets cleaned up. You know what I mean? He's all of those things.